What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you. May God comfort you, keep you, aid you in your growth and development, as well as, man, the healing stages of your life. Man, family, we got to grow up. Man, I feel kind of naked. I don't have none of my crystals, my earrings, my chains, have anything on, and I'm going to keep them on for a while. I'm in the academy now, and man, I can't wear the jewelry, you know what I mean? And it is what it is, you know what I mean? That being said, family, man, we got to grow up. We have to grow up. And this is going to just apply to a certain select few of you. Man, again, I'm from the old school. If it don't apply, let it fly. You know what I mean? Let it fly is not for you. There's over 1,800 videos on this channel. Every one of them is not going to pertain to you. That being said, man, family, you got to understand that, man, there's going to be people that's going to hate you no matter what you do. You know what I mean? There are going to be people that come after you and attack you for whatever reasons. You know what I mean? They're mad at you. They're jealous of you. They wish they could be you. They're mad you look the way you look. They're mad the way you're dressed. They're mad at what you have. They're mad at how you talk. This is all kind of stupid stuff. You know what I mean? You never know why somebody's jealous of you. You never know why somebody's pissed off at you. You know what I mean? Why somebody don't like you. That's none of your business. You know what I mean? That's none of your business. Why they don't like you should not matter to you in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? We got to grow up. We got to stop giving people power over our life. You know what I mean? You didn't come here to appease and please these raggedy ass motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And again, I already know the way I talk, my delivery don't fly for everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody don't like that. And again, you already know I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'm 54 years old. What the fuck I care about what somebody think about me? You know what I mean? My kids are grown. My oldest is 34. My youngest is 20. I don't give a fuck what my kids think about me. What make you think I'm gonna give a fuck what you think about me? You know what I mean? Make this shit make sense. I got 7 kids. 7. And they're all different. I'm not running around trying to appease and please them. You got to understand this. If I'm not doing this for my kids, whom I love, what make you think I'm going to do this for somebody else? I'm not chasing after nobody. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what you think when it comes to me. At all. You can love me, you can hate me. It don't fucking matter. I'm not going to stop being me. I'm not going to stop doing what I do. And neither should you. Why are you so consumed? Why do you give other people power over you? Why do you give people power over your life? What is it about you that makes you have to have these people's affirmations or have to have these people's validation? What is it about you that makes you feel like, man, I gotta have this person in my corner and I gotta have this person, I gotta do that. Man, damn all the bullshit. Do what you came here to do. Walk in your power, walk in your authority. And stop worrying about all these other motherfuckers. They're not gonna like you. They're not gonna wanna fuck with you. And a lot of times it ain't got shit to do with you. It ain't got shit to do with what you've done. And we got to grow the fuck up. We got to understand, man, it's bigger than them. It's bigger than you. You running around here trying to kiss all these people's ass who don't even fucking like you. Who don't give a fuck about you. We got to grow up. We got to understand, man, all I need in my life is to know that I'm connected to Source. That's it. That's it. I don't need nothing else. All I need is to know that I'm intimately connected with Source. That's all I need. In the grand scheme of life, at the root of my life, that's all that matters. Is that I'm intimately connected to Source. Once I know that, once you understand that, once you come into that understanding that you are intimately connected to Source, you're good. You know what I mean? You're great. Once you truly understand that you're intimately connected to Source, you know that, man, I'm tapped into all power. I'm tapped into all knowledge, all understanding, all wisdom. Once you understand that you're intimately connected to Source, you're divinely protected, and it don't fucking matter who like you and who don't like you. It don't fucking matter how powerful they think they are or how much juice they think they got. That stuff only matters to us because we don't know who the fuck we are. That stuff only matters because we don't believe and we don't think that we're tapped into God or Source. And a lot of us ain't. Because we ain't put in the fucking work. There's a whole lot of people going to church and ain't tapped into God. There's a whole lot of people who quote the Bible from Genesis to Revelation and don't even know who God is. There's a whole lot of people up preaching, yeah. Thus said the Lord, yeah. And you're going to hell. Yeah. They can say all this bullshit they want to, and they're not connected to Source. They ain't got no fucking power other than the fucking power that you give them. That's where their power comes from. Their power does not come from God. Their power does not come from Source, the Most High. Their power comes from ignorant ass people who give them their power. Because they don't know who the fuck they are. Because they refuse to do the fucking work. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And it's going to be what it's going to be. You're going to always have those type of people around. You're going to always have those emotionally lazy ass motherfuckers. When I say emotionally lazy, they're emotionally lazy in the aspect they don't want to do the work to deal with their fucking emotions. They don't want to do the work to learn and understand why they feel and think the way they do. They don't want to do the work to deal with their fucking anger issues and their insecurities and their low self-esteem and their self-hatred and their self-abandonment issues and all this other bullshit. They don't want to put in the fucking work. And because they don't want to put in the work, they forfeit their fucking power. And they give their power to all these other people. Because they're emotionally fucking lazy. They're spiritually lazy. And it is what it is. I don't give a damn how you sugarcoat it. We got to grow the fuck up. We got to stop playing church. We got to stop playing fucking religion. And we got to learn how to tap in. How to get connected. You could read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation and can't be connected. You know what I mean? Stay with me. You could read it from Genesis to Revelation and that's not going to tap you in. That's not going to connect you to God. Just by reading your Bible. And I know that's going to piss some of you off, and you already know I don't give a fuck. I'm not here for you to like. You know what I mean? I'm here to help you grow the fuck up emotionally and spiritually. This is spiritual boot camp. I'm here to ruffle fucking feathers. I'm here to pull the rug up from under your feet. I'm here for the fucking tower moment. Because our world needs to be shaken the fuck up so we can wake the fuck up. I'm going to say that again because I don't think most of you caught that. We need our world shaken up in order for us to wake up. What am I saying? The great majority of us don't start growing up until we start going through traumatic fucking things in life. The great majority of us don't start having our ha-ha moment and epiphanies until we start going through some devastating crises in our fucking life. As long as everything's fucking good, I'm cool. I'm copacetic and and I can just pay for it. And it's not until shit get fucked up for you, and I mean real fucked up, you get to the point of, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? Man, I need some fucking help. I need to deal with some fucking shit. Man, I'm having a fucking nervous breakdown. I don't know whether I'm coming or going, and up seems down and down seems up and left seems right and right seems left, and we're all fucking messed up. And that's when we start getting to the point of, okay, man, God help me. What the fuck is going on? I can't figure this shit out on my fucking own. I need some fucking help understanding what the fuck is going on. I don't understand why I keep fucking up relationships. I don't understand why I keep fucking up my money. I don't understand why I keep fucking up my jobs. I don't understand why my health keeps getting fucked up. And we start going through all this shit. And if we're not careful, we'll just think that the world is against us. If we're not careful, we'll think that God don't like us. If we're not careful, we think that God hates us. If we're not careful, we'll think that we're fucking cursed. And no, it's God trying to get your motherfucking attention, so you could grow the fuck up emotionally and spiritually. Once you begin to grow the fuck up, you begin to walk in your power. You begin to walk in your authority. And you no longer need people liking you. You no longer need people agreeing with you. You're no longer trying to play it safe. You no longer give a fuck what they think about you. Because you know you came here to shake shit up. Starting with you. Starting with you. It's a beautiful process. It's a painful process. And that's why the great majority of us don't want to do it. Because the truth be told, so many of us got fucking control issues. Because we've been fucked up so much in the past, we can control that shit. Now we're trying to control and micromanage every fucking thing. Why? Because we're afraid of getting hurt. We're afraid of disappointments. We're afraid of things going bad. We're tired of struggling. We're tired of taking losses. And so we become control freaks. We become tyrants. Yeah. This is some real shit. It's not easy to accept. It's not easy to look in the mirror and realize that you're the motherfucking monster. It's not easy looking in the mirror and realize you're the motherfucking tyrant. Talk to a lot of women in regards to coaching and mentoring. And this is going to ruffle some of your feathers. This is going to piss some of you off, and it is what it is. This is part of growing up. It's part of looking at the motherfucker in the mirror and seeing the fucking truth. I see a lot of women, for whatever reason, and again, I don't bash women, I don't bash dudes. You know what I mean? I'm here for the growth and development of the whole. There's a lot of women operating in their masculine energy. There's a whole lot of women that have become so masculine because that's the energy and the vibration that they're dwelling on, that they operate on. And they don't understand that, man, they've become fucking masculine. Overwhelmingly masculine. And then they can't understand, how come no man want to be with them? A guy will fuck them, but a guy don't want to be in a relationship with them. A guy will be homies with them, But a guy don't want to be real intimate with them. And when I'm talking about intimate, transparent, vulnerable, in a loving, nurturing relationship with them. We could be homies, because after all, you're operating in your masculine energy. You could be one of the boys, but you could never be my wife. You could be one of the boys, one of the homies. I'll give you pound, I'll give you that. We can suck and fuck. But I'll never commit to you. I'll never put a ring on it. You're not wifeable material. And part of that, as far as women, have come from you having to do every fucking thing. You've been a single parent, so you gotta get up and go get a fucking job. You gotta take care of all the bills. You gotta take care of the household. And so instead of you being able to operate and dwell and live and thrive and vibe on your feminine energy, you're now having to do that on your masculine energy. Because I gotta take care of every fucking thing. Everything's on my fucking back. Because I ran away the good man? Or because of my unresolved issues? I pushed good men away? And so now I'm forced to do everything. It's all part of growing up. It's all part of looking at the person in the mirror and understand, I don't like what I've become. I don't like who I've evolved into. And the truth, we've all evolved into something because of our trauma and because of the pain and the hell that we've gone through. And so the growth and development part says, man, I got to deal with this shit. I got to see this shit for what it really is. I got to see me for who I really am. Not who I think I am, but who I really am. And if I don't like it, I got to figure out how to fix it. I got to get tapped into source to understand my true identity. I got to get tapped into source to understand where my true power, my true authority comes. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Again, I'm not bashing women. I'm not bashing single moms. But if you don't like what you're facing, if you don't like your circumstances, then you got to take a long, hard look in a motherfucking mirror and figure out what the fuck is going on. And stop blaming everybody else. And be honest with yourself. I said, damn. I've become the fucking monster that I didn't want to be. I've become the fucking tyrant that I didn't want to be. But I did it out of fucking survival. Because I've been hurt and abused and dogged the fuck out so many times. And I was scared of getting hurt again. And so I didn't let anybody in. I was scared of getting hurt again and dogged the fuck out again. And so I tried to do everything on my fucking own. Because I've had to learn the hard way that I couldn't rely and trust other people because they let me down and dogged me out and betrayed me. So I became a control freak. Because I've been dogged out. I gave up on life. I gave up on relationships. It's real shit. I got so super spiritual. I started reading cards and crystals and tarot and palm leaves and tea leaves and all this other motherfucking shit. Because it was a great distraction. For me to look in the mirror. See, the problem with the spiritual movement is that anything can become a distraction. Anything. And so often I see this in the spiritual movement. People who are doing the most to help everybody else. But they won't do the motherfucking work themselves. They won't be honest with them motherfucking self. They won't look at their fucking self in the mirror. Because they're so busy reading cards. And I'm not knocking cards. They're so busy working with crystals. I'm not knocking crystals. They're so busy doing all this other stuff to make money and to help everybody else. That they won't look in the mirror and be honest. That they won't look in the mirror and say, damn, I'm connected to God, to source, and I could do all these things and help all these people. But the truth be told, I won't do the work for me. I won't do the work on me. Because after all, it's so much easier reading cards and doing all this other, interceding on the behalf of others than it is to look at me. It's so much easier for me to throw some charms down and read these charms and help you in your growth and development than it is for me to look in the mirror and see that I'm a motherfucking monster. It's so much easier for me to sit there and go into meditation and get connected to source and help you deal with your trauma of being abused as a kid and abandoned by your daddy and your mama and everybody else. It's easy for me to do that for you. But it's hard for me to look at the person in the mirror and see my own abandonment issues. To see my own self-hatred because my daddy rejected me, or my mama rejected me, or my baby mama rejected me, or my baby daddy rejected me, or my husband, the love of my life, cheated on me and he kicked me to the curb and went through. It's easier. Quote unquote, to be a healer. It's easier to quote unquote be a light worker, to do Reiki, to do readings for everybody else than it is for me, than it is for us to sit there and to be honest with ourselves about how fucked up we really are. Because after all, man, look at me helping all these people. Look at me, man, I'm just giving confirmations after confirmations, and I'm helping all these people, and they love what I say, and they agree with me, and and I'm tapped into source, and source is using me as a vessel to speaking to all these people, and all these lives have been changed except for mine. I'm able to bring joy and peace and happiness and understanding to all these people, but I'm walking around miserable, lonely, and frustrated with this pseudo, fake, false pretense of peace and joy and happiness. Because the reality, my joy, my peace, is happiness is only based on me helping you. My peace, my joy, my happiness is based on me reading for you and seeing all the nice things that you post about me, seeing all these great things that you say about me, and how my readings resonate with you, and that brings me joy and peace and happiness, and it's fake as fuck. But we get addicted to that shit. Because that becomes a substitute for us having to dive deep and deal with our fucking issues. And we hear all that shit, and we read that shit, and we eat the shit up like we're all that. Because after all, look at all the great things they're saying. We gotta grow the fuck up. We got to get tapped in. We got to get tapped in. And not just tapped in for other people. Tapped in for ourselves. We got to be willing to look at the person in the mirror. Not just on the superficial level. Oh my God, I look so fucking fine. Damn, I look fucking good. Mwah, I'm going to kiss my motherfucking self. I'm not talking about that stupid ass shit. I'm talking about look at the person in the mirror. In the aspect of, motherfucker, I see you. You can't hide from me. I see you. I see why you dress like that. I see why you do that, because look at the attention it gives you. Look at the compliments you get. Makes you feel good about you. Makes you feel pretty. Makes you feel accepted. I see why you like doing all these terrible, because you're great at it naturally. And look at the attention it gives you. It makes you feel like you're part of a tribe. It makes you feel like you're part of a group of people that value you and love you and accept you and embrace you. And these people see me. No, the fuck they don't. But we eat that shit up. Because we haven't grown the fuck up yet. Not spiritually and emotionally. We got to grow up. And it's hard as hell. And the truth be told, it's scary as fuck sometimes. Because you're not always going to see, you're not always going to understand or know what you're going to see. And that can be very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable recognizing that you were the one that was a fuck up. That you were the one that screwed up that great relationship. That you were the one that screwed up that great opportunity. You were the one that blew that shit way out of proportion. You're the one that kept ignoring the red flags and the warnings. It is what it is. Everybody ain't ready to grow up. Everybody don't want to grow up. As my father would say, growing up ain't for punks. Hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to challenge you, and to inspire. I love you. Happy healing. Peace.